This may sound like a strange problem to some of you, but as I near retirement, I have got to learn to spend money, to relax, to enjoy myself. I've always been a saver. That's just my natural personality anyway, and which is a good thing because I grew up in a household where if you wanted anything extra, anything, you had to get it yourself. Um, I think most people from my generation, at least in the Midwest where I grew up, we all live with that. If you wanted extra clothes, makeup, um, toys, anything growing up, a new bicycle, you better get out there and hustle and earn the money. Mom and dad, they bought necessities. You had to have 5 shirts, 3 pairs of pants, 5 pairs of underwear, 2 pairs of shoes, all that thing for when school started. And then other than that, we got a coat every other year. We did not get new stuff every year. It just did not happen. And as I got older, girls especially, we don't want just one of something. We want several. And then you got to start buying makeup and hair care products. So we had to make our own money. For me in my neighborhood, that was babysitting. We did a lot of babysitting, paper routes, mowing lawns for the neighbors. That's how you earn extra money. And you had better save it. If you wanted anything fun, you had to learn to save money. So now here I am, couple decades later, 3, 4, 5 decades later, and I am reaching the end of my work career. That stage of my journey is nearly over. And my husband and I, we were really careful with money. We invested, once we started, we invested as much as we could, as much as we could spare. We were both naturally frugal. So we had our home paid off, cars. We've had no debts at all since 2017. So we were able to pile up some money. And now I get to enjoy life because of that. And again, it sounds really kind of a crazy statement to make that I have to learn to go from saver to spender. But I'm probably not the only one. My friend took her granddaughter to one of those high-end stores for makeup over the weekend. 9 years old. That little girl, 9 years old, she spent over $160 on makeup and beauty products. 9 years old. When I was 9, that was way out of I didn't even know that kind of thing existed. Yeah, I couldn't imagine. But that's what she's spending. That's hard for me to spend. I do, trust me. I do. That's my weakness is beauty products, hair, makeup. I know you can never tell on these videos, but yeah, I like spending money on that kind of thing. But I have to go from being saver to spender. I have talked a lot about retirement in these videos, and I get so much feedback from people that I need to change my entire mindset. I've always been goal oriented, and I'm always wanting to work toward something, a destination in mind. Well, once you retire, that is supposed to be the destination. As we're working all those years, our destination is retirement, relaxing, and enjoying life. So I'm almost there. And what am I going to do once I get there? I still plan to write books. I have had, in the last couple of weeks, I've had come up with so many ideas for projects, content I want to create for this channel. I want to create more nonfiction books that would encourage and inspire people as they go through different seasons in life, whether seasons that you plan for, or you expected, or you saw coming, or seasons like mine that came a little sooner than I had expected when I lost my husband. I was not expecting that to happen, but it's here. And I with this channel, I want to encourage people who are going through these changes. And I've thought of a lot of different things I want to create, content projects for that type of thing to help people out. So I'll have plenty to do in retirement, but I have to stop holding on, and my whole mindset has got to change. If you are, whether not in retirement, but from the very beginning, the first job you have, you need to save 5 to 10% of your income. And that is so easy now with online bank accounts that will automatic withdrawals, and you can put it in a high yield savings account and just pile up money, and money that you never see. It's gone out of your checking account, and so you don't even miss it because it's not there. Build a 3 to 6 month minimum, 3 to 6 month emergency fund, which is all of your whatever your expenses are for the month, 3 to 6 months of your living expenses for an emergency fund. I know a lot of people recommend more, and I feel better with more saved for that. 3 to 6 months. I'm saying 12. The economy it's getting better. It is improving, and I think it's going to improve a lot more. But you just never know. You might, especially if you're older, I don't know if you can get a job. Anybody can get a job anytime, any day of the week. There's jobs everywhere, but they're not going to be high paying jobs with a lot of benefits. And if that's the stage where you are, you might not want to leave. If you lose your pretty decent job, you're not going to want to go down to a lower paying job that's barely going to cover the rent. So for me, especially being on my own, I think if there were more of you in the household, maybe you wouldn't need that much more wage earners. But for me, 12 months minimum, 12-month emergency fund of those expenses. Your emergency fund, it needs to cover your rent, your mortgage, your bills, your utilities, groceries, car payments, other necessities in life, taxes, property taxes, insurance, whatever. So for me, a minimum of that, of 1 year. Okay. What if you've done that? You've reached your 12-month emergency fund. You save money. You invest, if you're still working, you're investing 15 to 20% of your take-home pay, putting that in investments. What happens after that? So you've done that. You have your emergency fund. You're ready. You've got your 401k, your Roth, everything is lined up, and you're ready to walk out the door of your job, your career, where you've spent the last 20, 30 years. Now what? I have got to learn. It just sounds so weird even to say that I have to learn to spend money. But to me, I am so concerned, and I think it's worse now that I'm by myself. When my husband was here, I didn't even think about stuff. I've got a tire on my car that is losing air, and it's been doing it for months. I need to pump it up, get over to the tire shop, see if there's a leak, which I think there is, and get that leak fixed. Tires were never my concern. Anything major happened in the house, the furnace needed repaired or replaced, the roof, anything. That was not my concern. I mean, I know I wasn't a total goober. I knew that kind of thing happened, but that was on him. It's like, yeah, he'll figure it out. Well, there's no him. He's not going to figure it out. So it's on me. So it's really hard for me to just relax and think, Teresa, enjoy your life, spend some money. My friend wants to go to California, and I think she's wanting to go this summer. And she's been talking to me about going for years with her. Um, there's no reason why I can't go, but I know me. I would be there, fly in, you know, and the whole time I'm going to be thinking about saving money and being careful, not overdoing it, not going crazy. So I have got to change my mindset about how I'm going to enjoy my retirement. I've gotten a lot of great feedback from you, and I so appreciate it. And if you have any ideas, if you're in kind of the stage that I'm in, or if you're the exact opposite of the spectrum and you can't save money, you can't stop spending, let me know. Post in the comments. Let me know that I'm not alone, or let me know if you think I'm a weirdo. So I had a friend tell me that that's how she finds it's like retail therapy. I'm sure you've heard of that. That's what she does when she's depressed, stressed, worried, anxious about anything. She finds comfort in retail therapy. And so she was like, help teach me how to save. Show me how to save. I need to learn to save. She's considerably younger than me, but she's not a kid where she's just starting out either. So she said, what do I do? How do I get started? How do I just save just a little bit? So we're all completely different, but one end over here, one end over there. Somehow we got to meet in the middle. My friend, she needs to learn to start saving because she's 40 and she basically has nothing, no savings at all. And I'm way on the other end, the going out end, and I need to learn to spend money. And everybody tells me on this podcast or this channel, change your mindset. Learn to relax, learn to let go, learn to have fun. Because if I continued living on the amount of money that I live on now, I don't make a fortune. And I bet I save at least 25% of my income, minimum. I think I save a lot more than that. But anyway, let's just say 25%. If I save 25% of my income and the stock market continues the way it has for the last 40 or 50 years, where you have, for every 10 years, you have 4 good years, 4 bad years, and 2 years that stay the same. So every 10 years, if that happens, my money will continue to grow. I'll lose some, but then I'll gain, and it always balances out. And you'll get a little bit, you get some growth. And I always have growth. But even if I don't, even if it stayed the exact same, and I started pulling out X amount of dollars, which is what I've decided upon with my financial advisor, if the stock market stays the way it is now, relatively within a few points or 10 or 12 points, I will have just as much money when I'm 90. I'll have just as much money as I have today. Why? Who am I saving it for? Why am I saving it when I could be enjoying it? Help me change my mindset. Help me realize, Teresa, you worked hard. Your husband worked hard so that you would have a nice retirement. You would enjoy the last years of your life. Learn to spend money. I need help. I really do. I need help. I've done all the stuff you're supposed to do, all the stuff right. I've got my my emergency fund. I'm got a paid for house. So I've got to learn to spend money. So post in down below in the comments, and I'm struggling to see how to change my mindset, to learn to enjoy life, to not worry about what if some big, huge catastrophe happens and wipes me out. You know what would happen if that occurred? I would start over. What could they do? My husband always said, they can't kill you and they can't eat you. So if a big tragedy happened, then it would just happen. So I want to learn to relax, enjoy life. I want to keep working towards these goals that I have with publishing and writing and staying active. That's a huge one. But I just have to learn to spend, to enjoy, to relax, not think that the weight of the world is on my shoulders. So if you have any advice, I truly appreciate it. I appreciate all of you. Have a blessed rest of your week. And the next time you see me, I will have had a cataract removed. So maybe I'll be able to see road signs as I'm driving for work. Have a blessed day and let me know what you think. Am I crazy? Am I making a big problem where none exists? It's like, just get out there and buy something. Or do you totally feel me?